going to ram up the permanent headstock casting. Going to use a false cope, which will be a double rollover. Hopefully I don't screw this up. I'm glad I made that out of wood now. If I'd done that with 3D printed pattern, it would have broken with the amount of force I needed. Just to explain what I was doing, it's going to be a very deep pattern, so I was making sure that the pattern was perfectly straight so that the draft angle wouldn't work against me. Tip out this cope. Looks usable. I'd rather find out now if there's a problem. Plus hopefully that'll make it easier to get out after I re-ram it with the this is the heavy side. Some people say the vent wire doesn't do any good and that it harms it. I'm not sure. I'll give it a go. It ended up being a short pour, so I'm not optimistic. Yep, you can see here these sides didn't cast properly. They should be quite a bit above the wear pads there. Also on top, the thin side cast properly, the thick side did not. What a pisser. I remoulded the headstock pattern with different gating this time. Unfortunately, when I poured, I got a blowout on the side of it. So now this board is charred on both sides of it, which is annoying because I like this one. What a pain. If it wasn't for these floors here, this might actually be usable. Because there's some pretty deep voids inside here. Right, third attempt at pouring this thing. Two changes I made. One, bricks on top. The bricks are to stop any blowout. Yeah, by pressing extra weight down on the cope to stop it from lifting and the metal getting out. The other change I made, instead of a gate and a riser, it's just one gate going right down, right into the next to the pattern itself. It's to minimise the amount of metal it will need. It probably doesn't show on camera, but I can see the bottom where the gate has been filled. Believe it or not, it shrank about 50 to 70 mils down that gate, so it's acting as a feeder hopefully, so the casting comes out good. But we'll see in an hour or two. Right, third attempt at this, hopefully third time lucky. As you recall, I had 3 bricks on this to help stop the blowout happening again. Look at how far the gate shrank down. It was acting as a feeder to supply metal while the whole thing was cooling off. Oh, this looks promising. The casting itself is still screaming hot. It's going to need a fair bit of cleaning up, but there are no shrink voids that I can see, apart from a very small one there, which I can probably patch up with some JB Weld. Yes, I think that'll be very usable. I was trying to get you a better view of it. That's the end. That's the bottom. This part in the middle I can clean up with some files. There seems to be a bit of a shrink void right there. I'm not worried about it because I want that part to be low anyway. So that looks to be very usable. Finally a bit of luck. Right, so the next video is probably going to be me cleaning up that headstock casting and getting it to where I can mount it on the lathe. So, thank you for watching and have a nice day.